here's this vortex spinning, and let's say that you are feeling some despair. You are pretty far from the vortex. So even though circumstances and events for all of the things that you've been asking for have already been arranged, you can't see them. Your cell phone's out of range. The message has been given. The clues are there. The path has been carved. It's all ready for you. But you're out of range because you're an ornery toad. And you say, with good reason, this happened, and 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 this happened. And we say, we didn't say that you're not justified in your negative emotion. But we will never say that your negative emotion, no matter what its reason, is justified. In other words, you're justified in the sense that you didn't make it up. But from our point of view, there is no excuse in the world that is big enough to keep you outside of this vortex where everything that you want is. It must just be a misunderstanding. We do not think that you would deliberately hold yourself away from who you are, from all you are, and from all you want. You must just be doing it because you don't know any better. Or because you've got habits of thought that are a little hard to break. So this gathering is about figuring out how to change those thoughts and therefore change that vibration and therefore change that relationship and therefore change that emotion and therefore change the way things are manifesting in your experience. Now, we've been a little heavy here because you are powerful in your desire. And you're doing extremely well. Look how well things are going. But in order for things to go even better, you've got to make peace with how things are already going. Seems like a backwards approach. When we say to someone who doesn't have something they want, well, you just have to make peace with it. They worry. They say, if I make peace with it, won't the universe say, oh, she's happy with that. Don't bother going to work for her. We say, it doesn't work like that at all. When you make peace with it, you stop resistance. When you let go of the struggle, you soften resistance. Anything that makes you feel better allows you to be swept into the vortex more easily. Well, now you know everything we know that matters. There is nothing more that we could tell you that is of importance. Now you just have to practice getting in the vortex. Esther has been in and out of the vortex, more in than out, almost all of her life. And recently figured out how to get in there on purpose. And as she began to stay in there more consistently, in other words, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, she began announcing to Jerry, I'm never coming out. I'm never coming out. Because just the elation of life, the way she felt, the clarity of her mind, her response to the world, the way the world looked, the way the world was responding to her. Why would anybody ever want to be out of the vortex? And then something happened, out she was. She was really irritated about being out. But then she remembered how easy it was to get back in. She developed this sort of regimen where she would lay in her bed every night before she would go to sleep and make lists in her mind of things that she appreciated. And in the morning when she would awaken, she would lie there and find those things again. And then as soon as she would get up, she would go to a chair with Jerry and she would begin doing a focus wheel to clean up any ragtail vibration that she had discovered in the last 24 hours where she recognized that there was some vibrational work to do because she had had a little piece of negative emotion about something. And once the negative emotion was activated because of her attention to it and then released or deactivated because of the focus wheel process that she was doing, she would go into rampages of appreciation and long lists of positive aspects. And the whole process took about an hour a day, 15 minutes before she went to bed, 15 minutes when she woke up, and then about a half an hour of processes. And she discovered that she could stay pretty consistently in the vortex. And that is what we wish for you. Now, if you're not in the vortex and you've got some negative emotion, which is your indicator of resistance, and you don't know it, don't worry, it will get bigger. And if you still don't notice it, don't worry, it will get bigger. Because everything that you are living at all times, every manifestation that surrounds you is an in-the-moment indication of the vibrational relationship between you and you. We're not kidding you. There is nothing that happens to you that is because of something else. The traffic you're in is because of this relationship. The way the waiter treats you is because of this vibrational relationship. The way the economy treats you is because of this relationship. Everything that you are living is an indicator of your vibration. Don't you love that? Don't you love knowing that if your body has some symptom or some diagnosis has been assigned, All it is an indicator of your vibrational relationship between who you've become and who you're letting yourself be. That's all that it is. So it would not matter what the diagnosis is that has been given to you. It's only an indicator of a vibration that you can change. So during this gathering, we want to show you how, regardless of what the reality is, you can change the vibration. And when you change the vibration, the reality has to change. You are invincible. There is nothing that you cannot be or do or have. You just got to know the rules of the game. You got to understand law of attraction. You've got to know what your emotions are telling you, and you got to want to get in the vortex. So we're going to talk a lot today about this vibrational reality, about this vortex of creation. And we really want to emphasize the way law of attraction gathers all cooperative components of everything that you've been asking for. Immediately, all of the things that you want, that you've been wanting for a while, have already assembled. And all that's necessary is for you to get into this vortex, up to speed with this vibration, where you will then see the clear path. Then you will then have the rendezvous. You will then have access to the immediate manifestation of what you've been asking for. But as long as you're outside the vortex, then you're banging around, doing it the hard way, trying to make things happen through words and action, without the experience of this cooperative universe. This is the energy that creates worlds. It's really worth syncing up with, you see. So, we are eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. Nothing is off limits. You will notice a very nice unfolding. Sometimes others will ask your question even better than you might. Sometimes it's easier for you to get into the vortex if you're sitting out there rather than sitting right here. In any case, we know what's in your vortex because the vibrational reality has assembled before you dragged your physical bodies here. And so we'll have a wonderful day together where whatever it is you're wanting to understand, it is our promise to you that we will express it several times. The question is, will you hear it? And the answer to that is, you will if you're in the vortex. So that's why we spin our web up here. We talk to you about who you are. We remind you of your worthiness. We talk about what life is like from inside the vortex. Because if we have any value to you, it is only one thing. Calling you into the vortex is really the only value that we have for you. If we can help you to shift your vibration, your manifestations must shift. Because every manifestation that you're living, whether it's money in the bank or relationships in your life, the material things that have made their way into your experience, every manifestation that you are living is but an indication of your vibration. And when you take a little time, and it really only takes a little time, you'll see as we move forward here today, when you take a little time to move your vibration just a little bit, to feel just a little better, to shift your expectation just a little bit, when you shift your vibration, everything in the universe responds differently to you because now you have a different point of attraction. So that is our wish for you today, that you are able to find a new and improved point of attraction. Not because yours is lacking in some way, but because it is the eternal quest of all that is to reach for the new vantage point and line up with it. It is the promise of eternity. When you came into this body, you already had the love thing nailed. You already had the I'm worthy beyond verbal description nailed. You knew that when you came. But you came to have more exposure to more life in order to evolve into yet more and more and more and more and more. And you've been doing it, every one of you, and your emotions let you know this one very important thing, how well you are keeping up with you or how not well you are keeping up with you. So your emotions are so important. They are your guidance system. When you get here, a lot of others around you who have forgotten that, it's easy for them to remember it when they hear it, though. The resonance within them tells them that. But they've temporarily forgotten. And so they're looking at you And when you're behaving by their standards in the appropriate way, which usually means you had to be born in their vicinity and only hear the things that they were talking about, because if you get out into the world, you get confused right away, because there are a whole lot of people living a whole lot of things in a whole lot of different ways. But so here you are, you're born, and they're looking at you. And if you're keeping the rules that they've set up for you, then they feel appreciation or approval of you, depending upon what's going on with them. But if you behave, they will like you. But if you misbehave, then they won't. And since their liking you seems to be important, that's another big long story, isn't it? You begin to cater to their approval and disapproval. So without meaning to, you've given up this eternal, do you know how long this guidance system has been in place for you? You give up this eternal association with what you call God, and you turn it over to someone who's having a bad day. And then over time, you become more and more confused, because the broader your world becomes, the more different people ask different things of you. You ever had a mother that wanted you in by 10 and a girlfriend that never wanted you to go home? Which one do you please? And that story gets bigger, doesn't it? In other words, when you turn your guidance over to trying to get approval or appreciation from someone outside of your own guidance system, you lose your way. And then outside of this vortex, things are harder. Because when you are outside the vortex of creation, you don't have the benefit of the cooperative universe. You don't have the natural flow of things working for you. So you work harder. It takes more effort. In your confusion, you can't get it right. In your confusion, you can hardly figure out how to get your body moving. In your confusion, you keep bumping up against harder and harder things. But if you will, at any point, and maybe today is a good day, decide that you're going to let your emotional guidance system be your indicator of whether you're in the vortex where the rendezvousing with what you want is taking place, or whether you're out of the vortex where you're trying to use your action in order to make things happen, and you're bucking all of the currents of the universe, especially your own current of what you want. When you make this vortex really, really important, and you decide that nothing is more important than that I feel good. Because when I feel good, when I'm full of love, I'm in there with all that I am. And when I'm full of hate, I'm outside the vortex on the raw and ragged edge of things. So, now you know everything that is important to know. We are eager to talk with you about anything that matters to you. You will notice that everything that we say is in our desire to help call you into the vortex. We've written a handful of books, and every one of them is full of processes, and every process is there for the singular reason of helping you to find vibrational alignment with who you really are. This is the art of allowing, which is the art of releasing resistance. But when you focus upon the resistance that you're trying to release, you activate it. When you focus upon the allowing you want to achieve, you activate that. Get into the vortex and milk it for all it's worth, and stay there and feel the resonance of it and know who you are. And the more you're in that vortex, the more you become unwilling to hang around outside of it. And the more you're in it, the more you feel the familiarity of it. The more you tune your awareness to what it feels like when you're in and out, until you'll become, as Jerry's describing himself, you just barely brush across the surface of something that isn't up to speed with who you are, and it gives you prickles. Not because you've done something awful, but because it's not who you are. It doesn't resonate with who you are. Life is supposed to feel good to you. You are powerful beings, and you've come forth with great reason. And we really do. We make too much of all of this. Just find things that feel good and focus on them. And when you find things that don't feel good and you're focused upon them, say, hey, I'm focused upon something that doesn't feel good. Why would I focus upon something that doesn't feel good? There must be something that I could focus upon that feels better, and then feel for it and find it, and feel for it and find it, and feel for it and find it, until you come into alignment, till you close that gap, till you tune yourself to the vibration of all that you've become. We've enjoyed this interaction immensely. It is exhilarating to come together with those like you who are reaching for the fulfillment of who you are. It is our desire as we visit like this